Hello, I am Raph, Granblue Fantasy vs. Rising commentator, here bringing you a quick guide on Versusia, the cataclysmic one. Her game plan uses her long-range attack buttons and specials to keep her opponents at bay and to annoy them and frustrate them as they try to find an approach against her. Once you're able to find the proper hits, you can get in up close against your opponent to land some massive damage or carrying them into the corner to apply as much pressure as you see fit. Unfortunately, Versusia does have slower speeds on some of her normals, so it can be difficult to battle opponents who find their way up close and personal to you, and her specials, if used in ways that your opponent can read and get around, can leave you at a disadvantage or even punished. So keep that in mind when you're playing Versusia. So let's dive into some of her normals. For close range normals, I recommend Stand Light and Crouch Light. Both of these normals are relatively fast and also leave Versusia at the same kind of advantage, allowing combos or letting her apply more pressure. Like Lancelot, Narmaya, and 2B, her Stand Light attack is the same up close or far away, meaning even at a distance, she can cancel into her triple attack. What makes her low light attack unique is on block, it leaves her at an advantage, so she can apply more pressure or go for a stand light to just try to find an opening on a hit. At a distance, Crouching M is a very fast and far range button for its range. Then use that to annoy your opponent at a medium range or to frustrate them from moving forward. This can also be comboed into her light tackle attack or other specials if your timing is right. You also have her far heavy attack, where she whips you with her tail, a little bit slower than her crouching medium attack, but a little bit easier to confirm into some specials for some quick damage. Lastly, a strong low, her 2U, is very fast compared to some other low attacks, so good to surprise your opponent, but make sure that you cancel it into a special on hit or on block, as the 2U on its own is relatively unsafe and may get you punished. Her dashing light attack, a good tool to apply pressure and stay close to your opponent. On hit, can combo into a stand light. And then her dash M, 6-6M, is an overhead attack, relatively slow but boasting good range. For jump attacks, jump heavy is great when approaching your opponent, as it has a generous hitbox using her tail. To mix up your opponent by jumping, you can use her Jump U, which has a big hitbox behind it and can hit your opponents as she jumps over them. Her specials are unique, as most of them boast great range on them and are meant to keep your opponents at bay. You have her 2-3-6L and M, which summon a pillar, the L at a close distance, the M at a far distance. Use these to frustrate your opponents as they're trying to move forward. 2-2L and 2-2M throw out an orb that, depending on which version you use, 2-2L pulls Versusia a little bit back, making it decent to use at mid-range to give yourself more space. At a farther range, I recommend using 2-2M, as it lingers a little bit longer than the 2-2L and doesn't push Versusia as far back. Then next up is her tackle, which is 2-1-4L and 2-1-4M. 2-1-4L is useful to end quick combos, or after attacks are blocked, you can cancel into that 2-1-4L to keep yourself relatively safe but near your opponent. 2-1-4M is useful off certain hits like triple attack or off of a far heavy, as it gives her ample time to set up her unique ability with her standing U attack, which empowers a follow-up to any of her specials that connect after you have that symbol activated. Lastly, you have her Dragon Punch attacks, Dragon Punch Light and Dragon Punch M. These are useful against opponents who are airborne, as it can hit them in the sky to push them away. They are blockable in the air, but they still will push your opponent away, so if you time them right, you can keep your opponent out of the sky if they're anticipating jumping over one of your projectiles or getting around her large buttons. Keep in mind though,
These specials are unsafe on standing opponents. So if your opponent is standing next to you and they block them, they are you can be punished. Alright, and now just some quick combos. We talked about her triple attack off of her stand light. This is easily comboable into 2 from 4M, allowing you to get the power up afterwards. You can do the same off her crouching light, since it has a lot of advantage on hit, to go for a crouching light into that same combo for the power up. Off of her far heavy attack, you can also cancel into that tackle, just to ensure you get solid damage and the power up. But off of the crouching medium, I recommend going for a light tackle, as it is relatively safer on block if they manage to block it and if you miss your combo. A little bit of an advanced combo, especially for corner carry. Once you have the power up on Versusia, you can go for the heavy DP, which allows her to get a follow up with her unique ability and will drag to the corner as such. Not only do you get great corner carry, you can get a nice combo extension once you're in the corner. Speaking of the corner, here I recommend using the heavy tackle, which with a proper hit in the corner allows you to string all of your EX moves into that corner there, using the heavy buttons to land massive damage. Lastly, for opponents trying to jump at you, I recommend, besides the DP blasts, I also recommend crouching heavy. If your opponent is closer with the jumps, you're actually able to land a quick combo off of these, like so. I'll do the crouching heavy into the heavy pillar, and then extend it with the heavy tackle, which will push my opponent into the corner and land solid damage. So I hope you use these little things to your advantage on your trek to becoming a Versusia Master. Thank you for watching. See you next time.